She a ride or die, she sticking with me to the end. She was there since the beginning, so I'll never switch. I told her we gon' make it to the top, and when we get up there, I'm not gon' stop loving her. I ain't gon' put no one else above her. She my lady and I wanna show.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or should I say welcome to day three of my college series. Today I kind of talked about like the assumptions about college and what college is really like. Day two, I kind of gave y'all a generic list on what to bring, and now it is day three. Now I'm gonna tell y'all how to prepare for the first day. So I feel like people don't really shed light on how to prepare for the first day. It's always what to do on move-in day, or how to survive a party, how to decorate your dorm room. Move-in day is normally like the weekend before class starts, I believe. It's either like that Friday, Saturday, like that Friday, Saturday, Sunday window before class starts on Monday. So like after you've moved into your dorm room, you decorate your dorm room, did all that fun stuff, say goodbye to your parents, and celebrated all the festivities on campus. Probably want to start by walking around the campus. So you want to pull up your schedule on your phone and you want to walk around the campus and see what buildings your classes are in. 9 times out of 10, those buildings aren't going to be open, but just the fact that you're going to know where the building is really going to help. And also, a little side note, classroom numbers that start with 1 on the first floor, classroom numbers that start with 2 on the second floor, and classrooms that start with 3 on the third floor. And you know, if y'all buildings got 4 and 5 floors, good for y'all. So like keep that in mind. Like if your classroom number is like 234, is gonna be on the second floor. Classroom number 335 is on the third floor. Classroom number like 123 is on the first floor. So yeah, keep that in mind. One thing I recommend is not buying your books before you go to class. This is only for classes that aren't like core science classes that have to do with your major. So like if you're taking classes like bio, chem, just go ahead and buy the book because you're gonna need it when it comes to like studying and stuff. But for other classes like communication, sociology, experience of literature, psychology, you want to kind of wait until you go to that class and even like email your professor and say, hey, are we gonna need this book? And if they say yes, go ahead and buy it. If they say no, don't buy it. Simple. So you want to go ahead and buy like extra stuff such as goggles and clickers. So basically, here's my backpack. Like you want to buy your clicker as soon as possible. This is a clicker. This is my clicker. I know it looks like a BlackBerry, but they have different kinds. So like you really want to pay attention to what brand of clicker that your professor tells you to buy, because you can go to class and get the wrong clicker, and sometimes you can take it back, sometimes you can't. So really just make sure you pay attention to what kind, serial number, edition, all that stuff, because some of this stuff you can't return and you know you losing money. You already paying for college. You want to make sure that you get the right stuff. Your goggles, I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you get your goggles before your lab starts. Sometimes your bio, chem labs will start like, sometimes they'll start the first week, sometimes they'll start the second week. This past semester, my chem lab started the second week of school. So like it all varies. But you want to make sure that you get your goggles before you go to class. It does not matter when that lab starts. Make sure you get those goggles, because when you go to class, sometimes you'll do a lab, sometimes you won't. 9 times out of 10 is basically like lab safety. But you still want to make sure that you have them, because labs are every week. And if you forget your goggles the first week, you're going to be like, oh man, I'll get it later. And that second week rolls around and you're like, oh man, like I forgot my goggles. I said I was going to get it during that 5-day period, but I didn't. So it just makes sense to get those goggles way before your class starts. And here are the goggles that you need. I might find like a link off Amazon. I got these from my school's bookstore, but I heard that you can get them online. Make sure you don't get the ones that look like glasses, because you will not do that lab. Therefore, you will get a 0 for that lab. You see what these look like? They have like the little I don't know what to call it. They don't have holes in them. So like, and they got the little thing on the back, and they have these things to like cover the sides of your face, because in chemistry you will be working with chemicals. Like I said, don't get the ones with holes in them because you won't be able to do your lab. Make sure you wear closed-toed shoes and sleeves that go up to here. So like if I was to go to lab with this jacket on, they would tell me no. So now that you've walked the campus, you know what buildings that your classrooms are in, even though you might not know exactly where they are. You know what buildings your classes are in. You bought your goggles and you put them in your backpack for your first day of lab. Now it's time to talk about how to dress for the first day of college. Now, this is kind of like, I don't want to say touchy because it ain't touchy, but I understand that like it's college and people just come up there dressed any kind of way. I'm guilty of that. But like for your first like 2 weeks, you want to go to school looking decent. And when I mean decent, I mean like, you know, just regular pair of shorts, t-shirts, some slides or something, or like you can wear a cute shirt and some jeans and some sandals. Don't go to class looking thrown away just yet. Now that you found an acceptable outfit, you bought the necessary books, now it's time to talk about when you actually go into the classroom. That's at least 5 minutes early. I say 5 minutes early. People say to be like 10 minutes early, but the professor don't even be there 10 minutes early. So that says something. Lecture halls are made differently, and sometimes like tables, I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna find a picture and insert it. But they have tables that are like in rows, and they have chairs. So it's not like high school where everybody has their own individual desk. Within those rows, there's normally first, second, third, fourth row. I've never been in a class where there's like 5 rows. There's too many people. So you want to sit in like that second or third row. That's where I always sit. So sit in the same seat every time, or at least in that vicinity. So the professor knows who you are and knows your face. I mean, they're not going to know your name because they teach so many students, but they're at least going to know your face. So this is something that I like to do. Make sure you read your syllabus before you get to class. Sometimes your professor is going to like email you the syllabus because they get that class email list before class actually starts. When you get the syllabus, make sure you read it. It's gonna give you the structure of what the class is gonna be like. Low-key gives you kind of like a background of how the professor is. I don't quote me on that because I've had some really cool professors that grade strict. That's just because like they're college professors and they know what you're capable of. And while you're in the classroom, if you have a question about the syllabus, raise your hand and ask. The one thing about college is ask questions. Nobody's gonna give you the information. They're not gonna be like, here's a paper of FAQs. College is all about getting the information yourself. Nobody is going to help you. Nobody is going to hold your hand. You have to find out information yourself. You have to utilize that professor's email, utilize those office hours, utilize those study groups, all that stuff. Just letting y'all know, college is fun, but like you gotta be on your P's and Q's. Last tip is make sure you use that professor's email. That's what I do. Whenever I have a question on something, I always email my professor. Even though it may seem like you're blowing up your professor's email, they're gonna be happy to help. And like when college students leave that classroom, it's like the information is like, so like if you have a question about the lesson, if you have a question about the homework, go ahead and like send them a picture, send them a screenshot and be like, hey, I need some help with this. Can you help me? You don't have to give me the answer because they're not going to give you the answer, but you know, can you give me some steps on how to solve this problem, how to grasp this concept better? They're going to be happy to help you. Come to the end of this video. I really hope that y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all learned something from it, because I feel like people make college out to be this big bad monster. I mean, I hope y'all learn something, absorb some info that will help y'all for y'all first day of college. So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. All my social media will be down in the description box, as well as videos that I've uploaded in the past. In this case, it's going to be the first 2 days of my college series. And yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video.